All right, example 5 doesn't really have anything to do with math. It's more of a conceptual thing. So let's talk about this briefly. We've been laying out these rules for variables, things like P and Q, which could be 0 or 1. These are called statement variables, or are often called statement variables, because we can think of them as true or false. So let's think of them not as P and Q, things that could be 0 and 1. Let's think of them as two statements. The example they use in the book are, I have class tomorrow and I'm going to stay home tomorrow. So let's look at what our different functions would mean if we were evaluating these as statement variables, right? So not P, right? Not I have class tomorrow means I don't have class tomorrow. Not Q, not I'm staying home tomorrow means I am not staying home tomorrow. If you had P and Q, right? I have class tomorrow and I'm staying home tomorrow, which is wrong. If you have class, you should go to class. But those two statements can both be true, right? I can have class tomorrow and I can stay home tomorrow. Look at it from the perspective of P or Q, right? I have class tomorrow or I'm staying home tomorrow. Now, this is interesting. This is where propositional logic really kind of deviates from the logic we use. The logic we use, you would say, I have class tomorrow or I'm staying home, means I'm going to do one of those two things, but not both. But according to propositional logic, they can both be true, right? So I have class tomorrow or I'm going to stay home, or both. Propositional logic and propositional statements has to be well defined, whereas when we speak in English, we use terms that are loosely defined. So it's not entirely clear what we mean. If we're thinking in a mathematical sense or a programming sense, we need to be 100% clear. So in English, when I say I have class tomorrow or or I'm staying home, what I mean is exclusively I have class tomorrow or I'm staying home. Only one of those things can be true. Is the way we imply it, is what is inferred. But, you know, English is not precise. The language of mathematics is precise. All right? So we will, as we go through this course, occasionally go back and look at propositional statements. Propositional statements aren't super interesting to us because we want to align what we're doing more with computers and less away from English. It really has to do with the roots of logic. Originally, logic was trying to make mathematical sense of the world, trying to show ways that we can prove things about reality, right? Prove that there is a God, those types of big questions. We now know that it's a futile effort, but that was the original impetus. So this is more of a historical thing. All right, if you have any questions, ask in the forum below.